Ghost Talk's special presentation of Fort Ontario's Ghost Hunt of 2014. Hosted by the CNY Ghost Hunters and Friends of Fort Ontario and volunteers. The people that attended got the experience of detailed evidence of paranormal activity from paranormal investigators in 3 locations of the Fort Ontario. Everyone also participated in the Ghost Hunt investigation. How awesome is that? We had a great time. So now to the Ghost Hunt. Thank you for watching.
So tonight in this group, you guys are going to be doing an investigation with us. So we asked first off that everyone who has a cell phone, please make sure it's either off or on silent, because your cell phones can mess with our equipment and give us false positives to things. That being said, I'll start explaining. I'll introduce myself first actually. My name is Patricia and I'm with Soul Searchers.
My name is Shauna, I'm with CNY Ghost Hunters.
I'm Renee, I'm with CNY Ghost Hunters.
And I'm Lois with Soul Searchers.
So before we start, we'll explain what a lot of the equipment is that's here on the table. I said equipment, not flashlight.
Can you please turn off that light?
I understand that you love talking with us tonight, but just keep it on. I'm not even going to fight with you right now. So in front of me, these are parabolic ears. You put them on and you can hear whispers or anything that's really far away. Just makes it easier. In front of me, this is EMF, right? Yeah. This is an EMF meter. It detects electric activity along with the temperature. So if the temperature was to drop in the room, it'll tell you and it'll spike up the numbers. We have K2 meters. So essentially, if there's something near it, it will change colors from green to red if there's anything near it. In Alyssa's hand, she has our handheld cameras that Soul Searchers uses. And on the sides, you can tell there's red lights, but the red lights will light up the room. They're infrared lights, so we can tell if maybe there's a shadow near us or something's moving in the room. Also, as you can tell, we have a flashlight. For our flashlight trick, that's another way spirits can communicate to us. And we also have motion light, so if something's near it, it'll turn on.
We have the grid that's up against the wall. Basically, you'll see if something was to happen, there'll be a morph of the dots will change or they can float off. Sometimes they look like shooting stars, or it'll black out certain areas if you see like a shadow figure go in front of it. We have a ghost meter, that's another EMF meter. We always use a digital recorder because that's what we use to back up any of the evidence that we get during investigation. We listen later and then we may hear something at the time that the flashlight went off. A response, maybe a vocal response. Did you hear this one? Yep, we already did that one. Okay.
Cameras, we take cameras with us. Any kind of camera that we can find. It just helps to take pictures so we can tell if there's shadows near us or anything. Another thing that we had last night that we don't have tonight.
Yeah, that's another little gadget that we use is the ghost box. It's a modified radio that scans through AM and or FM frequencies, and it's basically a telephone to the dead. Where you can actually talk to ghosts live, and yeah.
So you guys can see the K2s are all going off on the table.
and yeah, could be a radio chatter, but I've heard very naughty words come out of the ghost box, and you can't say those words on live radio. So.
No, you can't. Don't tell us yes, because I know you're trying to do mouthy with that. So, with all of our equipment being said, is there anyone who wants to hold any of the equipment while we are doing this investigation tonight?
I know.
One person's out.
Did you guys, anyone over here? Yes.
Anthony, you want to hold it?
Yeah, right up there.
Oh, I dropped it.
Oh my god. Yep. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, so if there's anything there, this meter's gonna go up, and like we said, it'll start making noises like that,
Is
okay?
it working? You got it? Okay. Of course you can hear me, I'm screaming at you, right? So you'll be able to hear whispers or sometimes we hear footsteps that we wouldn't be able to hear.
It amplifies everything for you, so it's, hi, I'm glad you're in front of me. Can you turn the flashlight on instead of my K2?
There we go.
Please, you've actually got it to work?
There's a,
I'm getting something over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's going on.
Yeah, mine is
that
too.
one
This
too.
one's going off too.
It is cold in here though.
It's,
One of those guys. What was it?
You want me to go up
So the
again,
temperature's
please?
on the bottom, if there's this real big change in temperature, you'll see it drop. And the zeros will go from zeros to, they can spike at any rate. I've gotten it up to, what the K2s? I'm not talking about the K2s, just can you stop, please? Please? No? Whatever. I've gotten to spike to a 10.5. On an investigation, I stood up and I said there's something on my butt, and it spiked it
Is
to the
someone over in
10
that corner?
and just stayed there.
Is there someone over there?
Hey, is there anyone in the hallway that was near the doors?
Because did you hear the door?
Yeah, big things going on.
There's no one over there? No.
So there was somebody over in the thing that wasn't
Maybe it was a bit.
alive.
nice.
Well, that little room is where the woman is seen in the window.
So during this investigation, the big thing that I'm going to stress, because I don't think I've stressed this enough in the last two groups that have come in, whispering. It is an absolute no. So if you guys have to talk, I don't care how private it is, it has to be out loud. So if you don't want something to be said out loud, don't say it, don't whisper, because we can't tell on our recorders if it's a spirit or if it's really just somebody talking, and it's really hard for us to debunk it. So with that being said, I'm going to see, is there anyone here with us tonight? If there is, can you turn the flashlight back on?
What's he drinking? Liz.
Please?
Like it's red.
Pretty, please turn the flashlight on. You were doing it forever while we were ignoring you. Well, like I said, we have a whole bunch of different people in here. Last night we had David, the little boy that lives on the fort. He was in here for two of the groups that we were with. He was in here playing last night. And he's usually only ever seen, I think, in Q2. But he will wander the fort, so.
David, if that's you, can you turn the flashlight on?
While we're waiting for responses to, does anybody have any questions for us? I'm asking the people in the room, not you guys.
Do you believe these are benign spirits?
Whoa.
Sorry, that was.
What was that?
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything they want to ask? While I mess with the flashlight?
Someone downstairs?
Yeah. Can you turn the flashlight off for me, please?
Sound like a little kid.
Thank you.
Sounds okay.
It sounds like a little kid, yeah. Did you hear it?
I did. There's probably really somebody down there, though.
But there isn't supposed to be anybody else down there, right?
No.
You guys are really quiet. Go ahead, guys. Ask questions for us or the flashlight.
If there's anybody in here, can you walk over to me and make this light go off?
So we just confirmed there's no little kids downstairs, it's just one single man sitting in the hallway.
Thank you for turning on the light. If you're still here with us in this room, can you turn the flashlight back on, please? I said please.
Can you like walk over to me and make the thing go off?
Oh, there was the flashlight, though. I thought you said my name, that's why I was like, huh?
No, it's nice to keep picture going on.
Now I know that you can figure out what your flashlight is, because I moved it on you.
What's the little boy's name again?
David.
David. David, if you're in here, can you make the, can you make it turn it to a different color? Like walk over to me.
If there is an officer here with us right now, can you turn the flashlight on? Thank you. If there's more than one officer here in the, no, can you let me finish first? No? Okay, I'm glad you figured out where the flashlight was at least. Are we just, is this the game we're playing all night?
Maybe he's trying to indicate how many.
If there's an officer in here, can you walk over to me and make this thing spike? Or let it turn a different color?
And I don't know who has them. Whoever has the parabolic ears, if you guys hear something, just let us know. What was that?
I don't know, I heard that. That was like really loud.
Downstairs.
Okay.
Debunked.
And that's what we try to do, we try to debunk things as they come up so that, you know, 'cause otherwise we'd say everything
Yeah.
is paranormal and it's not. So, we err on the side of caution that we say, oh no, that can't be it, let's see if we change the lighting, things like that.
Can you keep the flashlight off for us for a minute, please? I have some more questions for you. I'm hoping that was for a yes. Are you here with your family? If you are, can you turn the flashlight back on? Thank you. You can turn it back off now.
Thank you.
Is it just your family living here, or is there another family? If there, oh. Was that a yes that there's more than one family living here? If it was, can you turn the flashlight back on?
Thank you.
Thank you. And as you can tell, it's really hard for them to keep it on. Really is dependent on the spirit that's with us of how long they can keep it on, because it drains a lot of their energy to try to do what they want. Like as you can see, it took me a good 5 minutes of our investigation to get either any flashlight activity, and no, just don't stop at all. I mean, that's something that we do. We will just leave it right in the middle of the floor and watch it go off.
Something on the camera?
No, we're just keeping an eye on
Any questions or anything?
Have any of you had any experiences?
Do any of you guys have questions about anything that we do as groups or our equipment? No, I didn't ask you. That was not directed towards you. Can you please turn the flashlight back off?
Do you do any of this investigation with folk tales. Are there any folk tales connected to this?
Thank you.
Did you hear that?
Any folk tales?
Any folk tales? Being, like David, we got his name through an investigation.
Yeah.
Is that how we got his name?
Yeah, for the ghost box.
Right. The ghost box, we got his name. I think just some of the history, some history about the buildings and stuff, but I don't think we know any folk tales about any of the buildings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to what we're doing up here, you guys are kind of talking back there. I caught on quick, I can hear the whispering, sorry guys.
This is spiking really good.
Yeah.
Normally when you come in and you set up for an investigation, do things happen during your setup for the investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
As well as,
I think that's a big thing a lot of us groups do too, is the second we get into a place, the first thing we do is turn recorders on, because you never know what we're gonna catch. A lot of the stuff that we can catch is either while we're setting up or while we're breaking down.
One time we were in Rome Hills Asylum out in Batavia, and we just basically brought our equipment in and signed in, and we heard this loud, long, blood-curdling scream coming from one of the empty hallways, and our group's former founder, Stacey Jones, just took off to see if somebody got hurt.
wow.
There was nobody. And when I heard that, I like dropped the pen. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I usually some of the good stuff happens just basically when you walk in.
Why is that bright?
Yeah,
Oh my
you're
God.
right.
See how bright that is, Beth?
That's
Oh, in
weird.
the flashlight went
Well,
off.
we
Is
just
that
heard
you
a
messing
knocking
with
on
that?
the wall too a few minutes
You
ago.
heard a knock behind
Yeah,
you?
right behind us.
I heard that earlier too.
That was another thing that was happening to us last night. These
Yeah.
have been getting brighter and dimmer. We've seen it moving up and down. We saw movement on the floor, and they're supposed to be on the wall.
And there would be like one just float over,
Yeah.
When
Last time we would see like this, like a green light go over here,
Yeah, and just
go up on
by
the wall,
itself. And
on the ceiling.
is that a?
No, that's 15. Is this still the officer with us? If it is, can you turn the flashlight back on? Please. There's somebody else in the room with us now. If it is, can you turn the flashlight back on? Okay, I guess you're just gonna mess with us. This something like we try to do this too. We just get off subject, and that's usually when the spirits tend to get the most irritated with us and become the most active because they realize that we just gave up trying to talk to them. So they'll make themselves known by setting off all of our stuff and getting our focus back on them. And then they'll do stuff like this because they're just too mad to talk to us now. Are you actually going to communicate with us now through the flashlight? If you are, can you turn the flashlight back on?
Or is it? Did you see it? Is that something?
What?
What?
Or is up on the ceiling? Did you see it?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know where it's from.
Yep.
Okay.
Okie dokies.
Thank you. Do you have any of our equipment? And you can just bring it back up here.